The building had been keeping that ghost for decades. All it needed was a kind woman to finally let her out. The film opens on a rainy night with a woman named Olivia standing near a grave. Two men begin shoveling soil over the body inside, her daughter, Annelle. As Olivia watches in horror, Annelle's eyes open. Roots shoot up from the ground and wrap around Olivia's feet, pinning her in place as she screams for them to stop. Then she jolts awake. It was a nightmare. She walks to Annelle's bedside and finds her daughter awake and watching her. Annelle asks if she had a bad dream. Olivia apologizes for waking her and asks what Annelle was dreaming about. Annelle smiles and describes performing a concert at the Mall of Asia, a huge crowd cheering her name. A doctor tells Olivia that Annelle needs several more weeks of hospital observation. Olivia says she does not have the money for it. The doctor can only offer a move to a shared ward, but Olivia declines. The last time Annelle shared a room, the noise kept her awake and worsened her condition. Olivia attends a job fair and applies to a call center despite the fair being for students only. When the recruitment officer points this out, she hands him her resume and insists she is the hardest worker he will ever find, then half-seriously threatens to fight him if he reports her.
I really need a job.
Amused, he schedules her for training the next day. She thanks him sincerely. That evening, she arrives at the Laboro house, receives an access card, and is told to go to the 4th floor. In the elevator, the car stops unexpectedly at the 3rd floor. The door opens onto a completely empty, silent space. Olivia calls out, sees a shadow move, and the door closes again. On the 4th floor, team manager Lance introduces himself as their trainer and gives some background on the building. The Laboro house was originally a World War II settlement, later converted into a leading hospital by Dr. Jaime Laboro in the 1970s, then remodeled into its current office space. Only the 4th floor is active, the rest are under renovation. A trainee named Mimi sits beside Olivia and admits she is only there for the training allowance. A COO named Karen drops by and tests Olivia on the system. When Olivia is too slow, Karen snaps that it will be her last day if she does not learn by end of shift, then tells Lance that if they fail, it is on him. That evening, Mimi confides in Olivia about her boyfriend Vince, who wants her to marry him soon in exchange for funding her master's degree. She asks Olivia for advice. Olivia opens up in return. Her daughter has a congenital heart defect and needs surgery they cannot yet afford. The fear never leaves her, she says, but every time she sees Annelle, it is worth it. Mimi is moved and tells Olivia she has decided to stay at LGO. During a call that night, Olivia hears a child's voice in the background saying, "Hello?" The customer thinks the voice is on her end. As it repeats, the customer gets annoyed and disconnects. The lights go out across the floor. Lance reassures everyone and approaches Olivia privately to tell her he has put in a good word with Karen to fast-track her regularization. Karen will be watching her closely, he says, but he believes in her. That same night, Mimi receives an irate customer whose card was double-charged. Olivia takes the call herself and introduces herself as the supervisor. She handles the situation calmly while Karen watches from across the floor.
Did you really pretend to be Mimi's supervisor in a call last night?
The next morning, Lance tells Olivia the customer was the son of a VIP client, and Karen was impressed. Olivia is now a regular employee with full company benefits. Lance asks if she wants to celebrate. She thanks him, but says she needs to get back to her daughter. As she is leaving, a young girl appears in the corridor. Olivia asks if she is with someone. The girl shakes her head. Olivia asks her name. The girl says, Narration. Olivia smiles, calls it a beautiful name, and suggests they go downstairs together. She extends her hand, and Narisa gently reaches out to touch it. At that exact moment, every light in the building goes out. Olivia turns on her phone flashlight, and they walk out together. Outside, Olivia asks if she is all right, and Narisa smiles back. A cab pulls up, people get out, and in the movement of the crowd, Narisa vanishes. Olivia stands alone in the dark, stunned. That night, while Olivia sleeps beside Annelle at the hospital, Annelle suddenly sits upright on her own, clearly not under her own control, then slowly lies back down as if nothing happened. When Olivia returns to work the following evening, her access card does not function. The receptionist says she never tapped out the previous night. Olivia mentions the brownout. The receptionist says there was no brownout recorded at that time. During a call that night, Olivia hears Narissa's voice in the background, calling for help, then a sudden scream. She asks for an early break, checks her phone, 7 missed calls from the hospital. The doctor says something has happened to Annelle. The call drops. Olivia runs runs to the elevator. The lights begin flickering and the elevator opens to the basement. She tries the buttons but nothing responds. She steps out into the basement and finds a chained gate. She hears someone calling for help and finds a door nailed shut with wooden planks. As she approaches, the doorknob turns by itself and someone screams at her to just die. She flees. At the hospital, the doctor tells her Anel had a seizure, but something else happened afterward. When they checked her heartbeat, the abnormal heart murmur was gone, completely, as if she never had it. Olivia embraces her daughter tightly. The doctor says if follow-up tests check out, Anel can go home in a couple of days. When Olivia returns to pack their things, she hears Anel giggling in the bathroom and finds her standing in front of the mirror, staring at her own reflection. The medical bill arrives. Olivia goes to the company, but learns they do not provide salary advances. She goes to the nap room and falls asleep. The nightmare returns, but this time someone pushes her inside a building where a red thread is tied around her, leading to a closed door. The thread yanks her awake. Lance is standing over her. He apologizes and offers her a personal check. She accepts it gratefully. He holds her and tries to kiss her. She pulls back and asks what he is doing. He says he locked the door. Olivia slaps him. When he tries to force himself on her, she fights back, hits him, and escapes. Olivia and Anel go home, but Anel stares at the house as if seeing it for the first time. That night, Anel wakes Olivia and says she is hearing voices she cannot explain. She begs Olivia to help her, saying she is still there. Then she freezes, screams, and runs. Olivia rushes to the bedroom and finds Anel asleep in bed as if nothing happened. Olivia confides in Mimi about what Lance did and admits she kept the check. She asks if that makes her a bad person. Mimi tells her no, the only bad person is Lance. That same evening, Lance arrives at the office and takes the elevator. The car jolts and opens onto the basement. He walks to the chain gate and calls out. Giggling comes from behind the nailed door. He moves toward it, then silence. He turns to leave. A light switches on automatically behind him. When he turns back, it flickers. A figure appears, strikes him from behind, and strangles him with his own bag strap. He dies. The next day, Olivia arrives to find Lance dead. Karen addresses the group and urges anyone who knows something to speak to police. Jamie's lawyer then steps in and announces that LGO is immediately closed pending the investigation. Salaries will be honored. At home, Olivia finds Anel watching the news about Lance's death. She notices a slow, unsettling smile forming on Anel's face as her hands tighten around her stuffed bear. Olivia searches the Laboro house online and finds old photographs. Narissa appears in them. She searches for videos of child possession and watches a priest performing an exorcism. The next day, Olivia asks Anel to play guitar. Anel does not respond to her own name. When Olivia calls her Narissa, she looks up. Olivia asks why she is doing this. Narissa says that when she saw Olivia, she was reminded of her mother and wanted to find her. She says she could not leave the building until Olivia brought her out. Her mother's name is Perla. She can feel where Perla is. Olivia asks if Narissa will release Anel if she helps find Perla. Narissa agrees. When Olivia calls her Anel, Anel breaks through crying, asking what is happening to her. Olivia promises to fix it. Olivia tells Mimi everything. Mimi says she believes her and needs a moment to process it. Narissa gives directions. Mimi drives. They reach a house and Perla opens the door. Narissa, speaking through Anel, calls out for her mother and rushes toward her. Perla is confused. This is not her daughter. When Anel insists she is Narissa, Perla goes pale. Perla explains she was a hospital employee who lived on the premises. Narissa fell ill and the doctor declared she died of tuberculosis. Then Perla was dismissed without explanation. Narissa interrupts. That is not true. They hurt and killed her. Olivia tells Perla that if they can retrieve Narissa's remains, everyone can find peace. Meanwhile, Karen confronts her father Jamie about shutting down LGO. His lawyer shows her a laptop playing footage. Narissa's ghost appears on screen. Jamie dismisses the lawyer and tells Karen the full story. When the Laboro house was being developed, squatters were cleared from the site. Perla begged to stay and he hired her as maintenance staff. But Narissa was strange and the building had a wrong energy about it. Illness, disappearances, rumors. Then one night, Narissa held a knife to the throat of Karen's mother. Jamie pleaded. Narissa killed her. In a rage, Jamie strangled Narissa to death. The family covered everything up, telling police that Perla and Narissa simply ran away. Narissa never left. He burned the room, but admits he should have burned the entire building. Karen asks how a child could do that alone. Jamie tells her she did not act alone. Olivia, Mimi, Perla, and Anel arrive at the Laboro house. Karen watches on CCTV. They go to the basement room and find Narissa's body is gone. Olivia asks Narissa where the remains are. Narissa is silent. Before anyone can process this, Perla pulls out a knife and stabs Mimi. Olivia watches in horror as Perla drives the blade into Mimi repeatedly. Mimi collapses. Perla turns toward Olivia. Olivia begs for mercy. Narissa shoves Olivia and Perla knocks her unconscious. Olivia wakes strapped to a table surrounded by other women, seemingly previous victims of Perla's ritual. A ghost appears and throws itself onto her. Then Karen bursts in and strikes Perla, dislodging a needle from Olivia's stomach and breaking the trance. Karen frees Olivia. Anel screams and runs. Karen tells Olivia to go after her and stays to face Perla. Olivia chases Anel to the 3rd floor. Narissa ambushes her, knocks her down, and begins striking her. Olivia grabs her hands and tells her to stop. Narissa scratches her face. Olivia throws her aside and Narissa flees. Olivia searches and finds Narissa crying in a corner, slamming her own head against a glass panel. Narissa grabs a glass shard and presses it to her throat. Anel breaks through. Olivia tells her not to let Narissa do it. Narissa overpowers Anel and threatens to end her. Olivia warns Narissa that if Anel dies, Narissa dies too. Narissa says she just wants her mother. Olivia tells her Perla is gone now. She tells Narissa to leave and give her back her daughter. Narissa lowers the shard, then begins cutting her own forehead. Olivia rushes forward and knocks her down. She straddles Narissa and begins to strangle her, pleading for her to go away. Anel cries out and Olivia loosens her grip. Then Anel speaks. She tells Olivia to finish it. She says she is tired. Torn apart and weeping, Olivia tightens her grip. Anel goes still. A flashback of the original nightmare plays, Olivia burying Anel beneath the soil. Then Anel gasps back to life. Olivia holds her daughter and cries, repeating that she is sorry. Karen arrives. At the hospital, Karen asks about Anel's condition. Olivia says she is stable, but the heart defect has returned now that Narissa has left her body. Karen expresses grief over Mimi and everything that has happened. She tells Olivia not to worry, she will take care of everything. Anel is going to be fine. As they head to speak with police and step toward the elevator, a nurse bumps into Karen in the doorway. Once inside, Olivia glances back and notices a ball of thread lying on the floor outside. She looks at the woman beside her and realizes it is not Karen, it is Perla. Perla looks at her calmly and says, "Believe me, everything will be fine." The doors close. The film ends there.